All right, so today we're diving into a world of vibrant colors, I guess you could say, and rhythmic energy. We're going to be exploring Adivasi Holi in the Nandurbar district of Maharashtra, India.
Oh, fantastic.
You might know Holi is the festival of colors, but we're going beyond the mainstream. We're uncovering how India's tribal communities, specifically the Rathwa and Belhil people, celebrate.
Okay, yeah. What's really captivating about Adivasi Holi is how it kind of blends the joyous spirit of Holi,
Yeah.
with the unique traditions and the deep connection to nature. And those things are so central to Adivasi culture. It's a celebration that really vibrates with this energy that's both ancient and electrifying.
So we're talking about a region, if I'm not mistaken, that's nestled in the Satpura mountain range,
Yes,
right on the border of Maharashtra and Gujarat.
exactly.
I imagine that blend of influences really adds to the richness of the celebration.
Absolutely. That location is crucial to understanding Adivasi Holi.
Yeah.
Because you have this kind of cultural crossroads where the traditions of these different communities come together to create this really unique expression of the festival.
I've heard about these fetters called Gosai, who play a central role in Adivasi Holi.
Yes,
What can you tell us about them? They sound fascinating.
they are. Imagine men from villages like Molgi and Kathi, transforming themselves into living embodiments of the Holy Spirit for 15 days leading up to the festival.
Wow.
They're not just dancers, they're considered vessels of the Holy Spirit. They channel that incredible joy and energy into the community.
Wow, that's powerful imagery. So how do they embody the spirit? What does it look like?
Picture this. They adorn themselves with elaborate costumes crafted from materials gathered from the forest,
Okay.
which is a powerful symbol of their connection to nature.
Yeah.
They wear these vibrant herbal powders, peacock feathers, and these incredible traditional headgears. Their appearance alone is a spectacle.
Okay, I'm starting to get a sense of the visual impact. But this transformation isn't just about outward appearance, is it?
No, it's a complete immersion. They follow strict rituals during this period, even sleeping outside their homes, as a sign of their dedication and commitment to the tradition.
Wow.
You can feel the depth of their devotion in every aspect of their transformation.
It sounds incredibly immersive. So these Gosai, they don't just stand around looking amazing, right?
Right.
What role do they play in the actual celebration?
They become the heartbeat of Adivasi Holi. For those 15 days, they travel from village to village, dancing, singing, and spreading the infectious energy of the festival wherever they go.
Wow.
They carry large drums called dhols that set the pace with their deep, resonant beat. And here's a detail you won't forget. They also wear bells on their bellies.
Bells on their bellies.
Bells on their bellies.
Okay, that's definitely a vivid image. What's the significance of that? It seems like every element of the celebration has a deeper meaning.
You're right, there's meaning woven into every detail. Those bells aren't just for decoration. They represent the rhythm of life, the pulse of the natural world. It's a constant reminder to everyone of their connection to something bigger than themselves.
That's beautiful. So
Yeah.
we've got these Gosai, these vibrant embodiments of the Holy Spirit, moving from village to village, spreading their energy. Where does this journey ultimately lead them?
As the Gosai move from village to village, their journey culminates in a grand celebration on the night of Holi in Kathi village.
Okay.
Adivasas from all the surrounding areas gather there. It's hard to imagine the energy as the music echoes through the hills, everyone dancing under the night sky. It truly becomes a feast for the senses.
Okay, I'm definitely getting some serious FOMO just listening to you describe this. I feel like I need to see it to truly understand it. But tell me, is there more to Adivasi Holi than just the processions and the Gosai? What other unique elements can we discover?
There's so much more. Imagine elaborate theatrical performances that weave together music, dance, and storytelling. Groups of about a dozen people meticulously rehearse their roles, creating a powerful expression of their cultural heritage.
So it's not just a performance, it's like the entire community becomes a living, breathing part of the story, is that right?
That's a great way to put it.
Yeah.
The line between performer and audience blurs, and everyone gets swept up in the energy of the story unfolding before them. And the music that accompanies these performances is truly captivating. They use traditional instruments like the harmonium, tolki, nagri, jingra, and mashira.
Those are some names I've never heard before. What kind of sounds do they create? It seems like sound plays a huge part in Adivasi Holi.
It really does. Each instrument contributes a unique element to the overall soundscape. The dhol, with its deep, resonant beat, kind of sets the pace and gets your heart pounding.
Yeah.
While the jingra adds this bright, metallic, percussive element, creating this truly hypnotic rhythm. Then you have the melodic instruments like the harmonium and the nagri, which add layers of melody and emotion to the music.
Wow, I can almost hear it now. That blend of sounds must be incredible. Starting to realize how much Western culture tends to separate things, music, theater, visual art. But here in Adivasi Holi, it's all interwoven into this vibrant, living tapestry.
That's a really insightful observation. It's a reminder that these forms of expression aren't meant to be experienced in isolation. They all come together to create this holistic experience that engages all the senses and speaks to something deeper within us.
And speaking of engaging the senses, we can't forget about the costumes and body decorations. You mentioned earlier that the Gosai adorn themselves with natural materials, but what about the performers in these theatrical productions?
It's a visual feast. They use vibrant colors, intricate patterns, and symbolic elements that are specific to their community and the stories they're telling.
Right.
It's not just about looking beautiful. These visual elements are imbued with meaning and add another layer to the cultural experience.
That makes me think about how much emphasis we put on the visual aspects of Holi. The throwing of colored powders, the vibrant clothing.
Right.
But it sounds like in Adivasi Holi, the visual elements have this deeper connection to storytelling, to cultural identity, and to their relationship with nature.
Exactly. It's a reminder that the visual spectacle isn't just for entertainment. It's a way to communicate stories, beliefs, and values that have been passed down through generations.
It's making me wonder what else I might be missing. What other layers of meaning are hidden beneath the surface? What would you say is the most important thing for someone like me who's just beginning to learn about Adivasi Holi to understand?
I think appreciating the deep connection between Adivasi communities and the natural world is key. Remember those bells on the Gosais' bellies? We talked about how they represent the rhythm of life. Well, that connection to nature isn't just symbolic. It's woven into the fabric of their daily lives and is at the heart of their holy celebration.
That's true. We talked about the Gosais' costumes being made from natural materials. But what are some other examples of this connection to nature?
Well, think about the colors they use. Those vibrant powders aren't synthetic. They're derived from plants and flowers found in the surrounding forests. They have a deep understanding of the medicinal properties of these plants. So the act of covering each other in color isn't just about visual spectacle. It's also about sharing the healing power of nature.
That's amazing. It adds a whole other dimension to the tradition. It's not just about celebrating, it's about connecting to the earth, to the sources of life and well-being. So in a way, they're celebrating their environment and their place within it.
Precisely. For Adivasi communities, Holi isn't just about letting loose and having fun, although that's definitely a part of it. It's a time to reaffirm their connection to their ancestors, to their community, and to the natural world that sustains them.
It makes you think about how disconnected we've become from these natural rhythms in modern life.
It's a valuable reminder, isn't it, that we're not separate from nature, but a part of it. And when we celebrate that connection, we're not just honoring a tradition, we're honoring ourselves.
That's such a powerful message. Earlier you mentioned that music is at the heart of Adivasi Holi. If someone wanted to dive deeper into this aspect, where would you suggest they start?
Listening to the different styles of music played by the various Adivasi communities would be a great place to begin. The Rathwa community, for example, is known for its powerful drumming, with the dhol taking center stage. The Bevil people, on the other hand, have their own distinct musical traditions that are interwoven into their holy celebrations. Exploring these musical styles is a great way to appreciate the diversity within Adivasi culture.
So it's like each community is adding its own voice to the grand symphony of Adivasi Holi, bringing its own unique rhythm and flavor to the celebration. It must create this incredible blend of sounds and styles.
Exactly. It's a beautiful example of how cultural traditions can coexist and enrich each other. It's a testament to the richness and resilience of Adivasi culture as a whole.
It seems like every element of Adivasi Holi, from the smallest detail to the grandest spectacle, is filled with meaning and purpose.
It's true. There's a depth and intentionality to every aspect of the celebration that goes beyond mere entertainment. It's a reminder that even in the midst of joy and revelry, there's a deep respect for tradition, community, and the interconnectedness of all things.
It really makes you think about what we can learn from Adivasi Holi, beyond the obvious beauty and joy, of course. There's something so powerful about the way they weave together celebration, tradition, and respect for nature.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
One of the most striking takeaways for me is their deep-rooted sense of sustainability.
Yeah.
The way they utilize natural materials, their reverence for the environment. These are values we can all learn from, especially in today's world where we're grappling with the consequences of our disconnects from nature.
It's like their celebration is a living, breathing example of how to live in harmony with the earth rather than trying to dominate or exploit it. Their respect for the natural world isn't just an abstract concept, it's woven into the very fabric of their culture and traditions.
And it's not just about preserving the past. It's about recognizing that tradition isn't static. Adivasi Holi is a living tradition that continues to evolve while still honoring its roots. They're finding that balance between preserving their heritage and adapting to the changing world around them.
That's an important distinction. It's not about clinging to the past, but about carrying the essence of tradition forward in a way that's relevant and meaningful for the present.
Exactly. And that raises an important question for all of us.
Okay.
How can we apply that same principle to our own lives? How can we honor our past while creating a future that's both sustainable and vibrant?
That's a thought-provoking question to ponder. This deep dive has truly opened my eyes to the richness and depth of Adivasi Holi, and it's left me feeling inspired.
It's a reminder that there's so much we can learn from cultures that have maintained that close connection to nature and community. Adivasi Holi is a testament to the power of tradition, the beauty of human expression, and the importance of celebrating our interconnectedness with the world around us.
So to our listener, we invite you to imagine yourself in Kathi village, surrounded by the energy of Adivasi Holi. The music is pulsing, the colors are swirling, and the stories are coming to life all around you. What resonates with you the most? What will you carry with you from this experience?
And as you reflect on that, consider this. How can you bring a bit of that Adivasi Holi spirit, that joy, that connection, that respect for tradition and nature into your own life? How can you weave those values into your own personal tapestry?
Well, that is all the time we have for today. Thank you for joining us for this deep dive into Adivasi Holi.